Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another video on Python for Ethical Hackers. In this video, we'll learn how to return a value from a function. So if you remember from our last few videos, we created a function that takes two arguments and then print out things to the screen, as well as change the MAC address according to our needs and according to the options provided. But in this video, we'll create another type of function that will not receive anything and that will return a value. You can create a function that receives some parameters as well as returns something. You can also create a function that receives some parameters and do not return something. And you can also create a function that do not receive anything but returns something. So let's get started with creating our function, and then we'll look at what the outcome would be or how the code would work. So the first thing would be, as always, if we are willing to create a function, we write def, def, and then the name of the function. So in our case, the name of the function would be take arguments and a colon. So now whichever statement I want to include into this function, I will give it one tab and that will get included in this function. So that way, like now, with the tab to this statement, and this statement, and this statement, now these are all part of the take argument function. And now if I run the program, you will get to see that we are not running anything, but instead we are just getting an error. So that would be Python example.py, and you can see that we are getting an error because this options and this argument, these are all part of this part of this function, and we are unable to access these options and these everything. So in this case, the only way with us is to return these values back wherever the function is being called from. So the way to return something from a function would be to just return in front of that thing. So in our case, we are willing to return this parcel.parsearg. So we wrote down return in front of that. And once I do that, the next thing would be, like before calling this change MAC address function, we need the options options object or options arguments in order to pass it to this function. So the way we can take the argument would be to write take underscore arguments and just write opening and closing parentheses in front of that. And then after that, assign it to a variable the way we did for the first time. That was options, comma, args, and make it equal to take arguments, and that's it. When I save the program, come back to my code and run the program again, you will see that it's giving us an error, but it's different kind of error. So for the first time, we were getting the error that options don't, but right now we are getting a different type of error, and that error is because we didn't specify the interface that would be eth0 as well as the MAC address to be changed to. So in our case, it would be 0011223344 and 55. If I press enter, we are again getting an error, and it's because we misspell this function name. So that is take arguments. Sorry about my spelling mistakes. I know that the argument that the spelling of argument is not this. Don't hammer me in the comments down below, because my spelling, if you're working with me from the start of the course, you would know I'm really the last person you can trust on for the spellings. And now if we run the program using Python example.py -i eth0-m0011223344 and 55, and then press enter, you can see that the program ran successfully and it changed the MAC address. So that is pretty much it for this video. I know this was a short video making you understand how to return values from a function. how to return a value from a function, and I just wanted to show you how you can declare a function that can return something. So the easiest way was to write def, then the name of the function, then parentheses and a colon, then include all of the statements that you want to include in that function, and then in the end write return in front of that statement that you want to return something to. So this is pretty much it for this video. In the next video we'll look at conditional statements, the theory of it, as well as the practical example. We will try to make our code more complex, and after that we'll look at algorithms. So stay tuned, some really awesome content is coming up. Have a pleasant day. Till next time, enjoy hacking, stay cheeky breaky, peace.